Hey guys, Kev here. I want to do my first impressions and disassembly of the Pena Mula here. This is an X series knife. This is a second run where they did the inlays, which I lightened it up a bit because I had the first one. I mainly sold that one because it was a little heavy for its size, and I hate these relief cuts and going in and out of pocket. It's the reason I'm kind of trying to sell this one now, but the more I handle it, the more I just want to keep it in the collection. Ergos are absolutely phenomenal on this thing. You can hold it back here like this, and it just feels really good in hand. You can choke up like this, and it feels great. I traded for this, so I had a Burger Atlas front flipper that had lock stick, the one with mammoth bone, and my buddy MB Wild offered me this and his Gavco Nurse Custom for it. So I took the deal. I already traded the Gavco. It's right here in this package. And it will be going to a new owner, and I will be getting a liner lock version of the Nurse. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, I kind of was going to sell this right away, and I've talked to a few people, but I don't know, man. It is such a smooth knife. It's just a classic knife. I mean, it's a fantastic work knife if you think about it. It really has a Benchmade 940 kind of feel to it in terms of the blade shape and the kind of neutral handle, the ergos. And then it's kind of like what MB says is he would take this over a Sebenza any day. And you know what? I agree. It's got thumb studs. It's got M390. Titanium frame lock, so very CRK-esque, right? It's kind of a work knife. Yeah, but the action is incredible on this. And you can actually front flip it. You get the better steel. I mean, kind of makes sense. So, yeah, I kind of really like this knife. Just wish the clip was a little better. I don't even know if it's the clip. It is a little bit tight in and out of pocket, but those relief cuts, I think, are what bother me. Because they catch on stuff. It's like they're ripping your jeans when it's going in and out. I stropped this a little bit, and I tried cutting with it, but I think I don't know how to cut paper. I don't want to sit here and blame the edge, because I feel like it's me. And maybe I just don't know how to hold paper or cut it. You see how how do you cut it? I mean, shit. I know this is sharper than that, because if I catch it right, see? So I'm pretty sure it's me. Like, what am I doing? Do I need to go on a more downward angle? A more sideways angle like this? You know, I just don't get it. But watch, if I penetrate and slice, it's, you know, anywhere on the blade. Let's catch it like right here. I mean, so I don't know. Maybe it does need a tune-up, but I don't think it's like bad or anything. I think I just suck at cutting. So there is that. So we can disassemble this guy. Did I mention he bronze anode the scales? MB Wild, so that's why it's bronze instead of that plain titanium look. And this is natural micarta on the inlays. They make these in dope-ass versions with fat carbon. I believe those are Crane's exclusives. Crane's cutlery is cool, man. I need to buy stuff from them more often. So, guys, in classic Riot fashion, this is probably going to come apart pretty easy, although we're just spinning right now. Do I need another driver? Nope, I just needed to push a little bit. That is the pivot, so we don't want that coming out. And then we can go down here carefully, Kev. If anyone's curious, this is the custom beads and I believe JN Knife Co. collaboration driver. I love it because it's fat, has that frag pattern, so it's fat and chunky where you can get a lot of torque down here, but it also has the spinner so you can do the hand spins, right? Whereas my other driver that I really love, it's a zirconium driver from Brian Brown, called the Vulcan, has this fullers up here. You don't get as much torque with this. It works, obviously. You just can't like crank on it if you have something really Loctited or whatever, which can be a good thing. It can save you from stripping, but you can also slip, right? And I love this one because you can palm it and then spin, right? So this is really the best of both worlds. If you take, when I really need to get torque on something, I use this, right? The problem is you're palming it, turning, and then what do you do once you get to here? Your wrist is going to break. So now you got to rotate, and then you're going to readjust, and you might pop out of the screw, and that's where having that comes in handy, and you can just keep spinning, right? So anyway, just a quick explanation of why I love this driver so much, and I really want one of those Journey Co. drivers that he has. I gotta reach out to him and see if I can get one in. I think it's called the Tourist. Just looks so cool, man. And I think Redeemed Creations Co. makes like the mats for him now or something. So again, this is made of Riot, so it's gonna be fairly simple. He anoded it, so you got to remember that's what's going on in here. He did put skiff bearings in it, looks like. Looks like these are the like 13 ball ones or something. Maybe they're just normal 5mm skiffs. I might try Gillian's just to see if there's a difference between them. This is what I was trying to talk about on a live stream once, and Riot tends to number the inside of the scale. See, 55, so that they know, I guess, what goes with what. I don't know. It's interesting. So let me wipe these down. I don't know the last time. He could have taken this apart right before he sent it, for all I know. Got your steel washers there. But yeah, that's why it looks a little goofy on the inside, because of the ano. It doesn't matter how it looks on the inside when people mod the knives. And really simple construction, as usual, with Riot. There's your ball, or your detent ball track. There's a ramp. No, there's no ramp, I don't think. Yeah, no ramp. I guess it doesn't need it. That's interesting. It does seem to drop like it has one, though. That's weird. Alright, let me get the bearings. So these are the 5mm. I only have 2 left, but I believe I bought another set. So, well, I guess I could put the skiffs. Well, let's see how they come out. Let's compare them real quick. So there you go. There's less balls, it seems, in the Gillian. So we'll see if that makes a difference. It was really smooth on those skiffs, so. Alright, sorry. So I actually lost footage there for a second, sorry. So I got the Gillians in here, and I'll say, make sure it's tight. I don't feel anything, but you never know. Yeah, it's solid. And I mean, the action is basically the same, and it's just gonna get smoother and smoother. Look at that. I mean, it's gonna get better, honestly. So I don't know, it's hard to say. Some people will argue having the extra balls is gonna help you. I will argue having the white oxide ceramic in the Gillians will help you. So it doesn't seem to really matter which is which. I actually have more coming, but they're from Skiff. I placed an order with them just because they're cheaper. They're like 12 bucks instead of, or 13 instead of 20 a piece. So I do have a few of these coming, so I don't know if I should just put the Skiffs back in. I kind of want to try it on stock bearings and see if like there's really a difference. You know, just to see. There's no wiggle in here. That's sometimes what you fix with using the Skiffs or Gillians. Let's just try stock bearings real quick and see what happens. I don't have these stock bearings, but I have plenty laying around we could try, so. And this thing just wants to jump apart. Look at that. It's crazy. Hey, what is this? There's another pin in there I didn't know about? Huh. I didn't even see that pin down there. That's funny. Bearings. So you have a whole ton of bearings. These are all my skiffs and Gillians, well, most of them. But here are the stock ones, so. I just want to see, because, I don't know, it's interesting to me. So here's ceramic. We definitely don't want steel. I have some steel ones in there. And these are all like different sets from different knives. So like, I don't know if it makes much of a difference, but let's see. They look the same to me, so let's try those real quick. See what happens. Just curious. Yeah, I never even saw that pin, dude. That's so funny. It makes sense because that's how Pena designs a lot of his stuff. Kind of a Liang Ma thing, too. It kind of helps keep everything in place. Tolerance is set. I think it's a good thing to do that, honestly. Just make sure we're all set here. Ho, ho, ho. There we go. Ho, ho, ho. We popped in back there, so let me just tighten this down. A smidgen, then we just need to pop this. Boop, boop. Pop, pop. Boop, bink. Good to go. Put this in. Man, I love Riot so much. Alright. I don't feel anything. Ugh. Ow, fuck. That's one thing I don't like about this knife. Left-handed, it's harder to flickage. Yeah, it's not at... Oh, shit, Cap. Jesus. Man, I am a maniac today. Maybe I tightened it too much. Let's just back off a hair. No play. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much... as good here. I mean, not quite, I'd say. Definitely a little smoother on the Gillians, anything here. No wiggles, so that's good. That's a lot of times what I'm trying to get rid of with these skips or Gillians. Interesting. Alright, well, let's go back to the skips and then leave it alone, okay? That way, if I ever sell it, it's obviously going to come with the same bearings that I bought it with or traded it for it with, which I think is fair. And I may Loctite it and let it sit after this as well. I'm just a bearing snob, I guess. I don't know. I also didn't re-lubricate for those other bearings, but I don't know if that matters. It looks like there's plenty of lubrication on there, so no need to go hams. Freaking pins everywhere, Jesus. Sorry about the long video, guys. I just get these ideas, you know what I'm saying? These ideas. See, we got that pin in. They are the same length, so it's good. Well, if you ever wanted to disassemble a Pena Mula, you're going to have plenty of chances to see it here. Oh, yeah, Loctite. Look at the Loctite. Yes, I'm whistling. Perfect amount right in the thread. That's what she said. There you go, Lone Wolf. Did it by hand that time. I was give Mike shit. All right. Are we cocked and locked and ready to rock? Let's see. See, now all of a sudden the action isn't as good on the skips, right? It's just magic. I'm just kidding. I just need to adjust the pivot appropriately. I usually crank it down most of the way the first time, and then I kind of back off a little bit. Oh, yeah, I was pretty tight on that. I was pretty tight. I like these thumb studs. They are a little bitey sometimes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Don't worry, it'll just get better too. I mean, a knife this big, I mean, it's like 3 1/4 inch blade. It's not going to just drop shut on its own usually. But it's freaking close. I mean, look at that. You know, if you give it anything, you know, it's going. So, all right, check for play of any kind. Nope. Centering. Dead nuts. And I think we're good to go. So let me just check all the screws carefully. Ooh, that one was a little loose. Interesting. That might have messed with the detail of it. Nah, that's pretty much the same. I love that you can front flip this thing. That really adds an element to this knife that you don't get with a lot of thumb stud knives. I do have that Wee Knives Esprit coming, which I think is kind of a comparable knife to this, thumb studs and front flipper, I believe. So we'll see how that compares, but I really like this knife, and I'm glad I got another one to check out. So we'll see what happens to it. It maybe needs an edge, or I'm an idiot. Both things could be true, though, at the same time. All right, that's it. I'm done rambling. I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day, because I am, and I will catch you later.